I'm going to try to do this once more. I'm so far behind on reviews. Right now I'm going to talk about Philida by André Brink. I really actually enjoyed this book quite a bit. Philida is the story of a slave living in South Africa in 1834. She is working on a vineyard? A winery? Anyway, she's working on a vineyard, right? And she has been making all the babies with her slave master's son, and he says he's going to free her, but he doesn't free her. So she goes and complains because that's the thing that they had at that time. This is right before emancipation in South Africa. Slaves could go and make complaints, and their complaints would be heard, and sometimes things would be done about them, but in this case, that's not exactly what happens. After that, Philida is just kind of trying to live her life, and I feel like she's kind of exploring the possibilities of freedom and kind of looking towards that. What I appreciated about this book was the historical aspect. As a white person raised in America, I was not taught about slavery beyond slavery in America and slavery in like ancient Egypt, which even then we didn't really talk about it in the context of what it really was. Reading this book about slavery in South Africa, I think it was really eye-opening, and I felt like it was really valuable because it taught me a lot about that, and it's kind of a different look. I think in that way, this book is definitely a valuable read. And just in general, I really enjoyed the characters. And I think another thing is, like a lot of books about slaves, you really get the picture of how dehumanizing slavery is and how much these people were treated like less than animals and how disgusting it was and how violent it was. And I think all of these things are really important, personally. What I didn't know before I read Philida was, and I guess I should have paid more attention, but I don't really do this very often. André Brink is a white South African man. He has won a lot of awards, a lot of writing awards. He's very prominent, and I kind of thought he was when I found the book, but I didn't know much. What I think is kind of an issue is the fact that he is writing about like his ancestors' slave, and he writes from the perspective of Philida, but he also has some chapters written from the perspective of the slave owner, Philida's like mother figure, Umanella, and Franz, the man that she's in love with. The voice between the characters isn't different except when it's Philida, which I guess would be fine in general, except Philida is a very smart character. She can't write or read, but she's sort of like educated through Umanella, and the way that she talks is not the same as the way that the men basically talk and Umanella talks. So I just think there's maybe something wrong with the way that he, first of all, how he wrote about the black female experience, and second of all, how he wrote Philida's narrative. That being said, I did enjoy the book, and I don't know if I would read more of André Brink's work, but I definitely can see that, he's got some skills, Oh, he was a Man Booker Prize finalist. I can't remember how many stars I gave this, but probably don't pay any attention to it because I still haven't started consistently writing things. That's all I have to say. Have you read Philida? Or are you thinking of reading Philida? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. So leave some comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.